everyone, so today's video is going to be a new collection video. This is going to be based on Real Techniques brushes, the very big hype on the beauty industry and on the world of YouTube, because so many people have heard of these, and I've got quite a big collection of the brushes. This is the size of the drawer I tend to keep my makeup brushes in. I have took the other brands of brushes out, and this literally just holds Real Techniques brushes in. Oh, that is the contents. There is a lot. So I'm going to start off by explaining each brush, if I use it, and even if I have used it, and if not, what I plan on doing with them. I'm going to base it on the colours based from here. So I'll start with the collection at the top. I work my way through. So I hope you all enjoy, and here's the start of my collection. Start off with the brush that's actually probably mainly on its own, and this is a bit of a disgusting looking, because sorry, I know I said in my last video that I was going to try and have these brushes washed, but I haven't had time, but they are going to get washed after, so it's all good. This is the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge or Beauty Blender, and it's quite ideal for different things, for foundation, concealer and stuff. I don't actually use it for skin based makeup. If you've ever heard of the MAC Fix Plus spray, I use it to dab it on, spray it on here and dab it all over the face. You'll have seen it in my everyday makeup tutorial update. If you haven't seen it, the link will be in the down bar. But this is a really good brush. I really like it. I wouldn't really say it's a brush, really, it's more of a sponge, isn't it? But it is part of the Real Techniques collection, so I thought I would feature this, and this was around about the £5 mark, but details for prices and stuff will be in the blog post, which when live will be linked in the down bar for you all to read. The next collection of brushes I have to show are these which have the white paint on, and these were the Real Techniques sort of like a special edition duo fibre collection. This is the dual fibre contour brush. I haven't actually used this yet. I'm just going to try and do a little bit of this for you all to see. So this is the dual fibre contour brush, and as you can see, a lot of the Real Techniques brushes have this white sort of part of it, and that is because it's just easier to, that's just literally as far as the product goes on the brush. So when you wash it, you must be careful on how you do wash it, because you don't want to damage the gorgeous softness of these brushes. These brushes are fantastic for even when you wash them, the softness still remains, and they are absolutely amazing brand of brushes. I have shown you how to actually clean Real Techniques brushes, so if you want to see that video, I will link that in the down bar as well. Another one that was part of the collection was the dual fibre face brush. This is the name. Come on. There we go, dual fibre face brush, and this I have actually used before. As you can see, it's a little bit dirty, but I've used this before just to powder my face. It is quite a good size for powder compared to the actual original Real Techniques powder brush, which I do have in my drawer to show you later in the video. But I really love this. Just again, the softness is unreal. If you can actually buy one of these brushes and feel how soft they are, you won't even believe it. And the final brush in this collection is the dual fibre eye brush, which looks like this. And this is a really nice, tiny little detailed brush. This is ideal for blending out eyeshadow. I haven't actually, well, it has actually got colour on it, so I've clearly have used this before, maybe once. But I'm not very good with eyeshadows and stuff yet, but I am going to experiment more and try my best to change that up a bit so you guys can see how that differs. So yes, this is all of the dual fibre collection. The next group of Real Techniques brushes are all different and separate ones, and it's these coloured ones, which are normally used for the face, so things like contour and doing foundation and powders and stuff. These are more like a base sort of look of brush. I'm going to start with the one that I probably use quite a lot, and it is the Real Techniques Detailer brush. I have mentioned this before in my everyday makeup video, and this is an amazing brush. I have had this for a long time. It's been in quite a lot of my videos, and I use this to apply concealer on the face just because it's easier to just dab it around and blend it out quite easy. And the brush is still quite surprisingly soft considering like how much product it actually has had on it, so this is a fantastic brush to have in your collection. The next brush is the Real Techniques powder brush. This is a brush I actually have mentioned in this video already. As you can see, compared to the dual fibre face brush, there is quite a significant difference in size. The Real Techniques powder brush is quite like big, and it does fit quite a lot of the face. I have used this very much. It is quite hard sometimes to travel with, which is why the dual fibre brush, or I do have another brush in my collection which I do use for powder when on travelling. But this is a fantastic brush. Again, after all the use it's had and I've washed this maybe about 5 or 6 times, and the softness of it is still absolutely unbelievable. And I love this brush so much. It gets a lot of use. Another brush I have, which I actually have 2 of, is the classic buffing brush. Every YouTuber or beauty blogger will probably own one of these because they are just incredible. I bought a collection which had it in, but you can't buy it separate, but I did find another collection that I didn't own which also had another one, and it is ideal to have 2 of these so that when you are washing one, you have one as a backup, because you will need several copies of this brush because it is phenomenal. I use this to put on my foundation, so I tend to dot it on my hand, dot it around my face, buff it in with the brush, and trust me, this is incredible. This one I haven't used yet, this one I have, so the colour difference is a little crazy, but as you can see, the product definitely doesn't go very far into the brush, and these are amazing, and I would recommend this brush the most because it's the most successful one I have used. Another one I have is the Expert Face Brush, which I use this for cream blushes, so even just for dabbing it on the face and then blending it out with this. This is why it's a little pinky. I love this brush. It's a really good size for the cheeks as well, for just blushing it out. It's a really nice brush as well. Again, soft like all of the others, and this is a really nice brush. Another one I have, which I believe, yes, I have 2 of, is the pointed foundation brush. I have used this before for liquid foundation. It is good, but I would say the buffing brush is better. You just basically just swipe it out and like sort of spread the liquid foundation around the face. Oh my gosh, the sun's coming back out. It went dark, which is why I filmed here, and obviously now it seems like a crazy idea, but hopefully the lighting will be on our side for this video. So this is the pointed foundation brush. Like I said, I have used it. Colour difference is pretty noticeable. This one I haven't used, but I have used that one. And these are really good brushes for foundation, but as I said, the buffing brushes are definitely a lot better. And the final one in this collection is the contour brush, which is slightly more of a tapered shape than the dual fibre one. I have used this once before. I do not contour very much, but I did use it for a makeup experiment video, and it is quite a nice size just to dig in there and get your contouring in. But as I say, I'm not really a pro at contouring yet, but I would like to be one day, so you never know. But this is the brush I would probably use for it. Second off last group for Real Techniques brushes is the purple coloured ones, and these are for your eyes. These are quite good little brushes. Again, very good for the jobs that they do, so I'm going to make a start on these brushes. The first one is the Dulux crease brush. This is mainly used to define the crease in the eye. I do know that that's actually what it's for, but I have never really used it. I've used it once to test out before, but again, as I have mentioned, that my eyeshadow skills are not very strong, so this is one that I like to use. I didn't realise how much I'm in this video until now. That is bad. So, Deluxe Crease Brush. I have seen other YouTubers use it in makeup tutorials and it does look like a really good brush, but as I say, I've never really used it, but my eyeshadow skills will hopefully pick up. The next brush is the accent brush, which I don't really know what people actually use this for. I think it's good for doing like an under eye shadow liner, like if you wanted to dip it in a eyeshadow that matches the rest of the eye and define your eye and make it really stand out. This is a good brush to use for that. I really do like the look of this brush, and like I said, I've actually just remembered that I have seen this in a tutorial before and it was really, really good. Are these two brushes the same? Because I have a feeling they are. Oh no, this is the Essential Crease Brush, and this was in the collection with my second buffing brush, and I think this was a set exclusive, and it is a lot smaller obviously than this brush, so this might be more ideal to start off with to practice blending in the crease. But I do like the shape of the brush, so this would be definitely a good one to practice with. The next one is the base eyeshadow brush. I have used this before. I applied my MAC paint pot in Vintage Selection with this, and it was good just to spread evenly and blend properly around the eye. Really nice brush to apply just a base eyeshadow with, as the name suggests, and I really like these brushes. The next brush is a brush I have actually used today, and it is the Real Techniques brow brush. I've used it on my eyebrows today and I am quite happy with how much it actually has defined my shadow in the eyebrow, and I really like the shape of this. It is bigger than the one I normally go for. I normally go for a one that's a lot smaller, which you may have seen in my makeup tutorial video, but it is good and I'm quite happy I have it. And the other two ones are for eyeliners. This one was in the special edition box as well, and this is the Pixie Point eyeliner brush. I also do have the fine liner brush, so if you wanted a thicker eyeliner, this would be good for that. If you wanted maybe to do a cat flick with liquid eyeliner, this might be a good size to do it, because as you can see, the brush is tiny compared to that one. So this one definitely good for doing the actual eyeliner line, I think, and the cat flick would be ideal with something as thin as this. So they're all the ones I have for the eye collections. The final collection of brushes I have by Real Techniques are the ones in the pink, and these I think are more like a travel friendly, other different sort of finish, mainly powders and blushes, other things that you could put on. I'm going to start off with the one that I used the most, and it's this one, and this is the Real Techniques blusher brush, which as you can see is quite a fair sized brush compared to the palm of my hand. It is quite a decent sized brush and it does fit the cheeks. I use this every single day for blusher. It is fantastic, cannot deny enough of it. I know obviously, as you can see by the Expert face brush, this is more ideal for blending out like cream blushes, but this is more ideal definitely for powdered. So powdered blushes, this is the one you want. It is fantastic, so good that the writing's actually coming off the brush because I've used it that much, but I really love it and it is just fantastic. This is the newest one to this collection I have got, and this is the setting brush. I plan on using this, and in fact I believe I have already used it once, just to do like a bit of this during the day, just to keep my concealer under control through the day, and just to keep topping up and powdering it up to help keep it lasting all day. But this is quite a nice shape, like I say, for definitely for under the eye. Some people do use it to blend out concealer, but I prefer to use the detailer brush for that. But this is good for topping up powder throughout the day on the areas where you have concealer on. The next one is the stippling brush. This is quite a funny shaped brush, to be honest, but this one I have used before for cream blusher, and I used this before the Expert face brush, and it was a good size to apply the blusher with. I can't remember what else you can use it for. I'll probably put it in the blog post if I find out before the blog post goes up, and probably before this video goes up it'll be in the blog if I figure it out. And I do think the shape of it's quite like a unique shape, but I do like the look of the brush, and it is a really good one, so I recommend that one. And the final one and the last of all my Real Techniques brushes is this one, which is the multitask brush, which again, this is a very popular one which a lot of people rave on about, and I believe this was in my September favourites. This is fantastic for powder when you are not using this one. This is the one I use mainly for travelling, for reapplying my powder all over my face. It's just a fantastic size just to move it all around. This is actually the one I used this morning to do my powder, and you just can't fault the brush. And that is it for this collection and all of my Real Techniques brushes. So that is it for my Real Techniques brush collection. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you would like, and I will see you guys in my next video.